Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I'm Darryl Miller from Unifour Onestop Collaborative. We are a nonpartisan organization committed to voter registration, civic engagement, and the collaboration of organizations, churches, and civic groups all through North Carolina. One of the issues that we've been fighting against is the voter ID law that they want to call Voter Protection Act. Voter Protection Act. Me and some of the people from our organization sat in the office of Representative Hilton, and we asked him questions about this so-called Voter Protection Act, how it's protecting us, when out of 4.3 million votes in North Carolina, only 40 incidents of fraud. 40. Why spend millions of dollars when we can put our people back to work? Enough is enough. You see, I come from a state, I'm not from North Carolina, I've been here most of my life since I graduated from Rein University, but I come from a state where that law is already in full effect. I come from Jackson, Mississippi. My house is 4 blocks from where Medgar Evers lived, raised his family, was shot by a man trying to silence his voice. My mom, of 71 years old, who hadn't voted in 40 years, was motivated in the 2008 election to get up to make a difference. My mom, who is disabled, who hasn't driven a car in 27 years, who would call people just to pick her up to go to church, wanted to go down and make her voice heard. When she got to the poll, because this law is already affected in that state, she was told since she hadn't been in voting in so many years and she didn't have the proper ID because she didn't have a driver's license, she couldn't cast her vote. The poll worker who was there, who knew my family for 30 years, tried to choke back tears because she was helpless because this law was already in place. You know, when I grew up, my mom told me when I went to visit folks, kids ought to be seen and what? Not heard. But, you know, I put childish things away now. I'm a man. I have a voice. We have a voice. And this legislator can't tell us we can't be seen and not heard. This legislator can't tell us that we don't have a voice in this democracy. It's time for us to stand up and let our voice be heard. It's time for us to stand up for the people just like my mother in this state who doesn't have the proper ID, who might be going to school here and want to participate in the electoral process, but they're going to be shut out by these so-called voter protection laws. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. I have a voice. It's up for us to go home to our schools, to our communities, to our churches, and raise our voice and raise the level of interest that everybody's saying the same thing. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. It's up to us who can speak out right now until it's too late. Because, as Dr. Martin Luther King said, we won't remember the words of our enemies, but we will remember the silence of our friends. Enough is enough, and we must speak out. We must stand and let them know that we're watching them. And we don't want these laws. We don't need the law. We should be opening the doors to let everybody take a part of this electoral process. This country is built on everybody having a voice. I have a voice. You have a voice. And my voice shall be heard. Enough is enough. Thank you for your time.